Game day's here, I can hear the crowd. Turn on the lights, fans are cranked up and loud. Red or blue, we wear it proud. Yeah, we love our teams in this border town. Chiefs and Royals, Boo Mizzou, Rock Chalk, Jayhawk, KU. Hear that drum pounding in your feet. Yeah, you're marching to the beat of KC.
What is going on, YouTube? What is going on, Kansas City? What is going on, Jayhawk Nation? And what is going on, everybody? And welcome to the Beat of KC. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Lucas Murphy, and I cannot hold off on making this video anymore. I am in desperation of Kansas basketball, ladies and gentlemen. It feels like we've been off for a month, although it's only been really about 10 days, I believe. It's been too long for me. I can honestly say I need the fixation of Kansas basketball. This team has been playing extremely well. They're building momentum. They're coming together as a cohesive unit. And I think the most important thing is they're doing this without Darren Peterson. They're starting to understand their roles. They're starting to understand how each player functions on the court. And I think that is a significant thing. We've been battle tested, ladies and gentlemen. We've played some very talented basketball teams to prepare us for this exact moment, as the Kansas Jayhawks will make the long trip to Addition Financial Arena in Orlando, Florida, this Saturday, January 3rd, for a pivotal Big 12 conference matchup against the UCF Knights. Ladies and gentlemen, the UCF Knights are a very talented basketball team. I want to give them all the credit. They've been playing extremely well. They're very diverse. Their team is very well-rounded. They're going to be a good test to start out Big 12 play. Both teams are off to extremely hot starts. And for both teams, this is, again, the opening of Big 12 play. This early season clash offers a defining moment, and I truly believe conference positioning will begin to take shape. I do believe that, and I think that there's so many talented teams. Every single Big 12 game is going to matter this season. The Jayhawks enter the game with a strong overall record and have climbed to the national rankings, a testament to their balanced offense, disciplined style with extremely effective defense. Kansas has been very impactful on both ends of the floor, averaging 75.8 points per game and really holding opponents to 63.3 points on defense. I mean, they do play pretty stout defense, and that's going to be a big factor, I truly believe, in this game. We play a structured brand of basketball, and I really believe Bill Self and his staff are starting to instill their coaching styles into this team, and they're really playing the brand of basketball that Bill Self likes to see. Very effective on defense and very dynamic on offense. They can do a lot of things on the offensive side of the basketball. We're starting to see the three-pointer come along. We're starting to see them really work high to low. We're starting to see guys drive and get to the foul line. They are very versatile when it comes to the offensive side of the basketball. They do have efficient shot selection. They have been really strong on the boards. They control the tempo when they need to, but if they need to pick up the pace, they're able to do that. They just have a lot of experience this year in high-pressure situations. They played in a ton of high-pressure games this season. I mean, you can go back and really account for how many significant teams they've played to prepare them again for this Big 12 really stretch that they're about to go through. And so I think that that's a big thing. And obviously, Kansas has been in the Big 12 for a long, long time, so their pedigree is well known, and it will make them a tough out in any conference contest. Now, the UCF Knights, and again, I want to give them all the credit. They are very good. They are going to be a true test. They have matched Kansas with standout season in its own right, showcasing one of Big 12's most balanced scoring attacks. They have 3 to 4 guys that are pretty much averaging the exact same amount of points, and we're going to talk about that. We're really going to dive into their team. And they have multiple players of taking over a game, and I think that's the big thing. Kansas is going to play defense against a team that could really have one star go off, and if he's not going off, they could have another one. So they're really going to have to play that tight defense that they're used to playing. The Knights pose matchup problems for any opponent, especially when playing at home, and I think that's another big thing. Going on the road in the first Big 12 matchup is a significant thing for the Kansas Jayhawks. Now, obviously, key players to watch, and we know what our Kansas Jayhawks are doing. We're going to kind of highlight, since we have been off for a little bit, really just recap where we're at. Lori Badunga, ladies and gentlemen, is averaging 14.7 points per game, 9.2 rebounds per game, and a big factor is the fact that he's blocking shots. He's averaging 2.2 blocks per game. Now, Badunga has been Kansas' most consistent two-way force, leading the team in scoring and rebounding while protecting the rim on defense. His ability to finish inside and crash the glass gives Kansas a reliable interior presence. My biggest thing with Flory is he's going to be challenged in this game. He's going to be going against a more athletic forward, a guy that really can move well. And so it's going to be interesting to see how Flory pairs up and matches up against, when we'll talk obviously about their team. But that's one of my biggest questions, is how he's going to play. And the reason is I say that is because when he goes against a guy that's a little bit more athletic, we see a little bit more fouls. We have to see Flory play one of these elite games. It's time to really flip that switch. He's going to have to execute every game here on out. Same goes for this next guy in Trey White. Trey White is averaging 14.5 points per game. He's really come into his own. He's really feeling comfortable at Kansas. He's averaging 7 rebounds per game. He brings that versatile scoring and really strong rebounding as well for a wing. He adds depth beyond the post and is creating mismatches on switches, and I think that's a big thing too, especially since he's a little bit bigger, a 6'7" type guard, and I want to see him start to take over as well. We've seen that as of late. He's really kind of come into who he is, and we now are seeing why Kansas and really why Bill Self talks so highly of him in the offseason coming into the season. So Trey White has been phenomenal. Melvin Council Jr., the same thing. We're going to need that leadership. We're going to need that dog mentality. He's going to have to play the guard position the way he's been playing it. Really be the leader. He is averaging 12.9 points per game, 5.2 assists per game. He is the primary facilitator for this Kansas Jayhawks team. His vision and ball distribution is going to be key in this game. He's going to have to help Kansas move through its sets and really generate clean looks, and he's going to have to do that for himself. He's going to have to drive to the hoop, get to the foul line, where he's strong at making free throws. Really utilize what you're good at. Now, the biggest question, ladies and gentlemen, Darren Peterson. And I think that goes for, we're starting to see really a lot of questions. We're starting to see Bill Self kind of say, hey, this is what we're seeing. We're seeing him healthy. We're seeing him practice. It's just there's some question marks around whether he's going to play or not, and I think that's a big question. He is averaging 19.3 points per game, but that's in limited games so far. When he's available, Peterson's scoring punch really energizes Kansas's attack and keeps defensive focuses balanced between interior and perimeter threats. I think he really draws a lot of interest, rightfully so. I mean, up until for how long he's been considered the number 1 overall pick, and I still believe a lot of people view him as that, but when he's not out there playing, some other guys might start to surpass him in that. So it'll be interesting to see if Darren Peterson's even available for this, and that's one that we're really going to have to keep an eye on as we head into this game. Now, supporting cast, and I think that this is a key thing to pay attention to as well. Guys like Bryson Tiller, Cole Rosario, and if Darren doesn't play, Jamari McDowell will probably step into the starting lineup as he has been. Jamari has been an absolute stud in my opinion. I can't speak highly enough about Jamari McDowell. He's efficient. He plays extremely good defense. He can shoot the 3 ball. He takes timely shots. He's not forcing things. And obviously you have guys like Elmarco Jackson, Jaden Dawson, and a few others that can obviously add to the scoring. Really that defensive versatility, really rounding out the deep rotation. That's something that Kansas, I can say this year, can really pride themselves on, is the fact that they have guys that can come off the bench and play effective basketball. They really have a good blend of front court strength. Perimeter play allows them to adapt to opponents' styles. We're starting to see them kind of become more, they've really evolved, I would say. Early on, they kind of struggled with perimeter defense. I think that they've really kind of improved in that area. And whether they're running in transition or pounding inside before kicking it out to shooters, I think that's something to really pay attention to, is how they're going to be effective in that area. In a market that never sleeps, one name rises above the rest. Lisa Miller from Dan Lynch Real Estate. Trusted by hundreds and recognized across the Midwest. She delivers results when it matters the most. With over 13 years of experience and licenses in both Kansas and Missouri, Lisa isn't just selling houses. She's helping you find a place to call home. Whether you are a first-time homebuyer looking to upsize or selling your current home, Lisa makes the process smooth and stress-free. As a local expert passionate about building lasting relationships, she ensures her clients feel confident and satisfied every step of the way. Don't wait, your perfect home is just a call away. Contact Lisa today at 913-579-3246 or 913-369-3000. Or visit lisamillersaleskc.com. Lisa Miller at Lynch Real Estate help you start your next exciting chapter. And let her know the beat of KC, Lucas Murphy, sent you her way. Now, jumping over to the UCF Knights, ladies and gentlemen, Jordan Burks. Jordan Burks is the guy. He's averaging 13.7 points per game. Burks leads the team in scoring and is one of UCF's most consistent offensive weapons. His ability to score in multiple ways, inside drives, mid-range sets, three ball, he forces defense to really stay honest. And so he's a forward. And so that's really what I'm going to be interested in seeing is Flory going to match up with him, or are they going to stick Trey White on him? It'll be interesting to see. Now, Riley Kugel, man, he formally committed to Kansas and really had the intent of coming here. But then he withdrew and went to Mississippi State, and now he has found his way to UCF. He's averaging 13.3 points per game. He is a bigger-bodied type of wing scorer with efficient offensive game. He stretches defenses, provides floor spacing. His knack for getting to his spots make him especially dangerous in transition and really that late clock situations. Famous Folks, ladies and gentlemen, is another one that's pretty much averaging right around 13 points. He's got 12.4 points per game, 6.7 assists per game. Folks effectively runs the offense. He's the true facilitator. He's that point guard. He's leading the team in assists while also scoring at a high clip. His playmaking ability has been key in creating open looks for others. And as you can tell, he's the one that's really kind of opening the door for guys like Jordan Burks and Riley Kugel. Now, Jamichael Stillwell is another forward that is averaging 12.4 points per game, 9.1 rebounds per game. This is another guy that could match up with Flory. Stillwell provides UCF with a double-double threat every single night. Thanks to his rebounding and interior scoring, his presence on the boards help fuel UCF's fast break opportunities. So that's someone to really pay attention to, and I think their starting five is going to be one of the best that we see, obviously, in this Big 12 stretch. Obviously, there's going to be a ton of really talented teams. I mean, Houston, BYU, Iowa State, Oklahoma State's been pretty solid. The list goes on and on. Baylor is going to be pretty solid. There's going to be some pretty solid teams. Now, some supporting cast, Carmelo Pacheco, Devin Cambridge contribute valuable scoring depth, while others like John Bull, who's like 7'2", he really adds size. He's not getting a ton of minutes. I think he's only averaging around 15, but he can be effective off the bench and really provide that size and that defensive presence that they need in just short stretches. And so it'll be interesting to see if he's in the game, if Bryson Tiller really matches up well against him, since, obviously John Bull is a little bit, I think he's 210 pounds, but I think Bryson Tiller is probably a little bit more athletic, can move a little bit quicker, and so it'll be interesting to see how he matches up. This balanced distribution of scoring and playmaking makes UCF difficult to defend. Opponents must account for multiple players who can score in a various of different ways. I think really what we can expect, Kansas will look to control the tempo, exploit its size advantage inside, and generate clean looks throughout strong ball movement. UCF will aim to spread the floor, use its balanced scoring attack to keep the Jayhawks defense honest, crashing the glass for second chance points, which we know, and I've talked about in multiple videos, that's something that Kansas continuously needs to improve on, is their second chance opportunities, really not allowing the opponent to get those second chance opportunities, because that's where we start to fail. And another thing too is turnovers. Kansas will need to really limit the turnovers and hopefully win that battle in this game, because they really haven't won that category a whole lot this year. Even though Kansas traditionally thrives on half-court execution and physicality, UCF's multiple scoring threats and athletic wings can test the discipline. I think that's a big thing, too, is the fact that these wings can shoot the basketball. They really can hit the three ball, especially in transition or in late shot clock situations. So why does all this matter? For UCF, a win over a nationally ranked Kansas team, a blue blood, at home would solidify its Big 12 legitimacy, especially this year, and really boost as it prepares to continue on in Big 12 play. For Kansas, this is a tone setter. It's an opportunity to affirm its conference contender status and really build momentum as they head deeper into this Big 12 schedule. Between a balanced UCF offense and fundamentally sound Kansas squad, fans should expect a competitive, high-intensity matchup with conference implications on the line already, and I truly believe that. I appreciate y'all checking out this video. I'm excited for this game. It's going to be a phenomenal one. I can't wait for it. It's going to be, holy smokes, it's going to be a true test for the Kansas Jayhawks. Appreciate y'all checking out this video. I appreciate all the support, all the love. It's been phenomenal. I can't thank y'all enough. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and I end every video the exact same way. Have a good day.